Look down at your hands. Move your fingers. Feel the air entering your lungs. You believe they belong to you, don't you? You believe your mind, your time, and your life are entirely your own. You walk through the streets, you make your daily choices, and you call yourself a free individual. But it is a lie. A beautifully orchestrated, comfortable, and terrifying lie. You are not free. You are wearing invisible chains. Chains so perfectly forged, so tightly wrapped around your psychology, that you have mistaken them for your own skin. Watch yourself closely tomorrow. Watch how you shrink when an authority figure enters the room. Watch how you carefully filter your words so you don't offend someone who doesn't even care about your existence. Watch how, when you want to take a massive step in your life, you freeze. You pause. You look around. You wait for a nod, a smile, a green light. You wait for someone, anyone, to tell you that it is okay. You have spent your entire life as a psychological beggar, holding out an empty cup, waiting for a society that doesn't care about you to drop a coin of validation into it. If you clicked on this video by mistake, I strongly advise you to click away right now. Go back to your comfortable illusions. Go back to the safety of the herd, because what I am about to reveal to you will permanently fracture your reality. Once you understand the dark truth of human power dynamics, you can never go back to being a sheep. Still here? Good. The suppressed dominant version of you pulls you to this video. It is suffocating. It is exhausted from playing a supporting character in a movie about your own life. Today, we are going to kill the obedient version of you. Welcome to Psychological Dark Secrets. Today, we expose the most dangerous, fiercely guarded rule of the top 1% of human beings. The conquerors, the visionaries, the architects of reality. They share one dark psychological trait. They never ask for permission. Let us dismantle the psychological matrix that keeps you on your knees and replace it with the ultimate dark framework, the strategy of absolute sovereignty. To break out of a prison, you must first study the architect who built it. Why do you feel a knot in your stomach when you want to cross a boundary? Why does the idea of doing exactly what you want feel almost illegal? It is not a flaw in your character. It is a masterpiece of your programming. Society is not a community. It is an industrial machine. And a machine does not need sovereign kings. It needs compliant gears. From the exact moment you were old enough to understand language, you were enrolled in a masterclass of psychological subjugation. Think back to your earliest years. The educational system. What was the very first lesson you were taught? You were taught to raise your hand if you wanted to speak. You were taught to ask for permission to stand up. You were taught to ask for permission to fulfill a basic human biological need, like using the restroom or drinking water. For nearly 2 decades, your developing brain was biologically wired to associate action with punishment and permission with survival. You were conditioned to believe that authority is a glowing orb held by someone else, teachers, parents, and later, bosses and society. Psychologists call this learned helplessness. If you put a flea in a jar and secure the lid, the flea will jump and hit its head against the glass. After a few days, you can remove the lid completely. The flea will never jump out. It has learned that the barrier is absolute, even when the barrier is gone. You are the flea. The jar is open. The sky is right there, but you are still jumping exactly below the rim, waiting for the master to tell you it is safe to leave. You enter the workforce, and the dynamic remains exactly the same. You trade the teacher for a manager. You ask for a raise, which is just asking for permission to have more value. You ask for a vacation, which is asking for permission to own your own time. You have outsourced your reality to other people. But look at the cost. Look at the graveyard of your dreams. Look at the ghosts of the incredible ideas you never executed because someone told you no. Every time you ask for permission, you bleed out a drop of your soul. You hand over the pen, and you let someone else write the tragic, mediocre story of your life. Let me tell you a terrifying secret about the people you are desperately seeking permission from. Who are these so-called authorities? Are they gods? Are they intellectually superior beings holding the secrets of the universe? No, they are phantoms. They are ordinary, flawed, deeply fascinated biological organisms hiding behind a title, a desk, or a societal badge. Human authority is not a tangible object. It is a collective hallucination. It is an illusion maintained entirely by the agreement of the weak. The moment you stop agreeing, their authority disintegrates into dust. Look at the natural world. The animal kingdom operates on the pure, unfiltered law of absolute sovereignty. The lion does not approach the gazelle and ask, "May I eat you?" The river does not ask the rock for permission to carve a canyon through it. Nature simply exists. It acts. It asserts its reality. Only the domesticated animal waits for its master to open the cage. In human psychology, there is a concept known as the assumption of power. Power is never, ever given. Nobody is going to knock on your door, hand you a golden key, and say, "Here, you are now allowed to be powerful, wealthy, and free." Power is only ever taken. When you ask for permission, you are subconsciously signaling to the other person, "Your reality is superior to mine." You show your belly, and human nature is inherently predatory. When you show weakness, the world does not pity you, it consumes you. When Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon, he did not send a letter to the Roman Senate asking for their blessing. He marched his army across the river and declared, "The die is cast." He acted and forced the entire world to adapt to his new reality. The greatest trick society ever played was convincing you that there is a committee of permission guarding the gates of your success. There is no committee. The gatekeepers are guarding open gates. The locks are broken. You are sitting in an open cell, desperate to push the door, because the guard hasn't nodded at you yet. If you are still listening to my voice, it means the conditioning is failing. The invisible chains around your mind are beginning to snap. Most people have already clicked away. They cannot handle the weight of this truth. The darkness of absolute freedom is too terrifying for the slave mind. They prefer the warm blankets of their subjugation. But you are different. The sovereign inside you is awakening. If this philosophy is resonating with the deepest, darkest corners of your psychology, leave a like on this video right now. It is a silent pact between you and your own subconscious that you are taking your power back. And if you are ready to completely unlearn everything society forced into your mind, hit the subscribe button. Join the sanctuary of psychological dark secrets. Do not ask for permission to improve your mind. Make the choice. Now, let us descend into the abyss. How do you execute this power in your daily life? Let us discuss the Machiavellian laws of sovereignty. How do you rewrite your psychological code? How do you transition from the prey to the apex predator of your own life? You must adopt 3 dark, uncompromising psychological laws. Law number 1, the protocol of silent execution. Stop announcing your intentions. Requesters talk. Sovereigns moves. When you tell your friends, your family, or the internet what you are planning to do, you are secretly looking for validation. You are hoping they say, "That's a good idea." You are inviting their doubts, their fears, and their limiting beliefs into your mind. A sovereign makes a decision in the deep, silent chambers of his own mind. He moves in the dark. Let your results be the absolute reality they are forced to accept. When you do things without asking, people are psychologically forced to accept it as a fact, rather than a proposal they can reject. Law number 2, weaponized assumption. Never ask for what you can assume is already yours. In social dynamics, the person who assumes authority is instantly granted it by the herd. If a man sneaks into a restricted building, looking nervously left and right, his body language screams, "I do not have permission." He will be stopped. But if a man puts on a dark suit, holds a clipboard, and walks straight through the front doors with a cold, dead stare, people will step out of his way. They will hold the door for him. Stop asking questions. Replace the question mark in your life with a period. Instead of saying, "Is it okay if I take Friday off?" say, "I will be unavailable on Friday." Feel the vibrational difference. One is begging. The other is a declaration of reality. Law number 3, the embrace of the villain. This is the hardest psychological pill to swallow. When you stop asking for permission, people will hate you. The people who benefited from your obedience, the people who feel superior because of your weakness, they will panic. Your unapologetic freedom reminds them of their own chains. They will try to guilt trip you. They will call you toxic. They will say you have become arrogant. Understand this dark truth. Arrogance is simply the word that slaves use to describe a free man. When they attack you, do not explain yourself. When you explain yourself, you are secretly begging for their understanding. You are asking for permission retroactively. A true sovereign smiles at the hatred of the weak. Use weaponized silence. Maintain dead center eye contact and do not say a word. Watch how their anger quickly turns into fear when they realize your mind can no longer be controlled. I must warn you, I cannot hand you this psychological weapon without revealing the price tag of the crown. And the price is terrifying. Absolute sovereignty is not a path of constant joy and celebration. It is a path of profound, chilling isolation. When you remove the need for permission, you also remove the safety net. You lose the comfort of being a victim. When you are a victim, when you are a beggar, nothing is your fault. If you fail, you can blame your boss, your parents, the government, the economy. But when you wear the crown of the sovereign, you bear the weight of the entire universe on your own shoulders. If you fail, the failure is entirely yours. If you fall, you hit the concrete alone. There is no one left to point the finger at. Are you prepared for the terrifying isolation of extreme accountability? You will lose people. The friends who only liked you because you were beneath them will disappear. You will spend nights sitting alone in the dark, feeling the crushing weight of your own existence, wondering if you have gone completely mad. But in that cold, silent darkness, you will find something that 99% of humanity will die without ever experiencing. True, unadulterated power. You will look in the mirror and finally meet the god of your own micro-universe. You will realize that the pain of being a lonely king is infinitely better than the comfort of being a well-fed slave. Look at the end of your life. Imagine lying on your deathbed. The room is quiet, and standing around your bed are the ghosts of your unfulfilled potential. The ideas you never executed. The love you never chased. The life you never lived. They looked at you with angry, disappointed eyes, and they whispered, "We came to you. We were yours. But you waited for a green light that never existed. And now, we must die with you." Time is violently ticking away. Death does not ask for your permission when it comes to you. So why, in the name of whatever you believe in, are you asking for permission to live? The illusion has been shattered. The curtain has been pulled back. You now possess the forbidden knowledge of the sovereign. What you do next will define the rest of your eternity. You have two choices right now. Choice 1, you close this video, you take a deep breath, and you go back to sleep. You go back to your boss, your mediocre life, and you wait. You wait for a permission slip that will never, ever arrive. Choice 2, you mentally declare your absolute independence today. You wrap the invisible leash around your fist, break it, and enter the world not as a guest, but as the master of your own fate. The cage is open. Walk out. Never ask for permission again. The throne is empty. Go take it. If this transmission shifts something deep inside your psychology, do not leave without marking your territory. Leave a like on this video to seal the psychological contract in your mind. Subscribe to Psychological Dark Secrets and hit the bell icon. Our next video will take you even deeper into the abyss of the human mind, places others are too disenchanted to explore. Go to the comments below and type these 3 exact words: I am sovereign. Let it be your written oath to the universe. Until next time, stay dangerous, stay dark, and rule your reality.